Pop Team Epic takes on anime drama in another ridiculous and acid-fueled episode. I can already tell there's a couple of segments in this episode of Pop Team Epic which are going to go down in history and quite easily become internet memes overnight. I'm definitely talking about the scene where Papaco's head was being rubbed and Pipimi's head quite literally started erecting into multiple directions. The whole thing was just a metaphor for a giant erection, and it was absolutely hilarious. Especially because in the first half of the episode it was done with normal female voice actors, and in the second half it was just like the microphones were still on with the voice actors and they didn't realize that they were still talking during that scene. It's little moments like that that really make watching Pop Team Epic something special, considering that you get to watch the same episode twice with a lot of little fun differences, and it is recommended to view them twice. That being said, this was another crazy episode of the series, which again I think is going to be a lot more funny for Japanese viewers or those who have a much better, firmer understanding of Japanese culture, as there are just some jokes in this episode which fly past my head. That being said, I still love that little by little they keep giving us some unique concepts for the series and coming up with these really hilarious stories. Like the first half is like this riff on these romance, manga, and light novel series, which always have similar subplots about a boy and a girl from different families whose mother and father get married, so they're stepbrother and stepsister, and they end up falling in love with one another. It's done in a style which is similar to what you see in those manga versions, except that the mother and father in this story are played by Papaco and Pipimi, and they're done in their typical style, and they're easily the best part about this story, as they are the catalyst for how these two eventually do get together, and of course, they're the driving force of the drama for this story, and basically it's just watching them be the worst parents ever. Because the whole subplot is that they're completely obsessed with gambling and playing pachinko. And then there's just the weird things, how they're constantly messing with the daughter and the son by doing a random Gundam dance while they're trying to sleep to keep them from messing around with one another. And of course there's my personal favorite when they decide to have a sock puppet show right outside their window. Didn't you hate it when your parents did that? They smoke, they drink, they curse, they are hilarious. And seeing their art style combined with that much cleaner, more sketchy looking style makes them just pop out a lot more, and it makes the humor just sing. That's why I love seeing them interact with more traditional looking anime characters, as they immediately clash with them, and it somehow makes them 10 times funnier. It's just insane. The rest of the episode is basically exactly what you would expect. Bob Epic Team segment, which is completely insane and done in a crappy anime art style. There's, of course, the big erection scene. But mostly, it just flies by in quick succession, and you barely even have time to understand what's going on in the typical Pop Team Epic way. But like I said, as far as, like, favorite segments, that one where Papaco is getting her head pat and Pipimi's head starts to grow and just go across the screen almost like the old video game Snake while she's making a lot of really awkward noises is really funny. But hearing the male voice actors in the second half, man, that's gotta be my favorite segment from this episode right here. Or maybe just the ending with watching Papaco chase a cat across the country, because why the hell not? It's Pop Team Epic and they can do what they want. So what's the rundown on this episode of Pop Team Epic? Again, another episode that I almost feel unqualified to even talk about, simply just for how insane it was, but still a very fun episode, and I always find myself looking forward to it. I especially love how dedicated they are to sticking to their guns of doing 2 different voice casts for both halves of the episodes, as well as giving us previews to that fake anime series, which does not exist. To me, that's one of the funniest things about this show right here. It makes me laugh every single week to see this story, which is non-existent, which is continuing, and it's so bad. Like, it's every bad anime trope that you could possibly imagine thrown into one. And what's most sad about it is that it could totally be a real anime series. There are shows like that that are airing right now. Unpretentiously, they are out there. And as usual, Pop Team Epic just don't give a fuck. They just go right for the jugular, and it makes it really great. And this made that another really fun episode right here. Not my favorite episode of the series. I still think episode 2, without a doubt, is still the best thing that I've seen from the show, but who knows. That being said, though, it was still a great experience. This is still a show I look forward to every week. I get really great laughs from it. It's almost pretentious to want to give this series a bad score, in my opinion. Like, it's like, why am I complaining about Pop Team Epic? It's the type of show that you can just take or leave, but you can use it as background noise. You can watch it if you just want a quick laugh. It really is a good type of anime show, which needs to be on Adult Swim at some point. It fits perfectly with shows like Robot Chicken for how incredibly fast-paced it is, and to see an English voice cast actually try to attempt this type of material, I think would be insane. They could even maybe possibly rewrite it slowly, and you could end up getting 2 completely different versions of the show. I don't know. It's insane. It's Pop Team Epic, and that's pretty much the par for the course. So, this was another fun episode. Still not reaching the heights for episode 2 for me, but still I think it was a really funny experience. It has enough for everybody. Really, my favorite thing about Pop Team Epic is hearing what other people had to think about it, and that's where you guys come in. But my thoughts on the episode are it's a 4 out of 5. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Pop Team Epic, what your favorite funny parts were, and what you hope to see from the rest of this side-splitting anime show. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more anime reviews. And, of course, I'll see you guys next time. And, as always, stay down there, baby.